And we're back from our break with the next match or series almost on the way. So we can see the live draft on the screen here. Players doing the bans and picks. Nothing crazy in the bans here, just the usual stuff. Juicy's Legacy, Marlins, and Ottomans, just as you expected. And the first picks are Macedonians and Ayyubids already. So also not too surprising. Coastal Cliffs is gonna be the first map, which Ayyubids is a really good civ on Coastal Cliffs, by the way. So Macedonians and Ayyubids could be the first matchup even. That will be fun. But we'll see. We'll see.
Byzantines being picked also. So that's we also saw Byzantine on the Coastal Cliffs here and there. Can be played, but a little bit tricky thanks to the stone not being so close to your main town center. French for the Myriad is an answer. French being one of the civilizations that we usually see on Coastal Cliffs. It's either French or JD. Macedonians on another hand, like for now, all the civilizations that are picked for open maps, but KT from the Myriad is going to be most likely picked for the Four Lakes. And what will the second water or hybrid civilization be for the Myriad? Because eventually, if we pick only KT, it's gonna get sniped. So I would like to see something like a KT, maybe Ayyubids, but Ayyubids are already in for the Creator. China also being in, very good for the Four Lakes or playable for the Four Lakes. And Hatchery. Hatchery is also very nice to see.
Yeah, KT on Four Lakes is pretty crazy good. Also for, if the game goes a little bit longer with the fortresses, you can get some really good map control. So that definitely would be a good pick for that. What else? I mean, there's some civs, of course, that we'll probably not see. I mean, House of Lancaster usually is one civ that isn't very highly favored. We haven't really seen English. Ruse is also a very good map on either Coastal Cliffs or. I mean, I don't know. Is Ruse being played on water still? Because it is. I think it's really cool with the fishing boats not having to return back to the dock, but they're also twice as costly. So
it is. They cost too much, and they are good internet civilizations that play Dark Age against them because you do not care.
Yeah.
Right. You just get your dock up, get your 2 or 3 fishing ships out, and you are fine. Then you need to convert one of them into the arrow ship or the sprinkle ship, just so you can defend that water and not let the enemy dock. But other than that, you basically have 2 or 3 fishing ships on the water till the end of the game. Can be played on the hybrid maps, but we don't see it that much because the fishing ships cost so much. At the same time, your economy needs such a big investment, and you just do not have that timing. You can't really counter dock, because if you are going to do the counter docking, you are stopping your fishing ship production, which is already too slow. At the same time, you need to make hunting cabins, otherwise you are just giving away one of your eco bonuses. At the same time, you need to make wooden fortresses. It's just a little bit of the mess. So even though they are technically good on water, and technically on maps like Baltic, they are able to have very good timing pushes. If we are talking hybrid maps, they are not really that much favored, because you are not going to be choosing the ability for the fast push on water by changing all of your fishing ships into the military ships, taking down the enemy dock, and then winning the game. It is good only if the opponent plays Dark Age, so especially against something like Mongol, but other than that, it's not especially useful.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, I mean, so Tughlaq is also a civ that I haven't seen like today. We usually see it every single time when there's Frisian marshes in the map pool. But where would you play Tughlaq then? Because they are really good on hybrid maps, and they are good with, like, I would say niche strats, like cheese strats, like a fort drop. But where would you play it then if you don't do something cheesy? Because Kawasan is being banned, so that's not an option.
I think this is Tughlaq HRE picks for 4 legs. The two civilizations that are very good on water, and you need to let one of them through. But if Tughlaq and HRE are there for 4 legs, we have only 3 civs remaining on coastal cliffs and Arabia. Both maps relatively open, both maps relatively easily raidable. Coastal cliffs not that hard to wall. You can get some crazy map generation, but it's gonna be Rus and HRE. Rus could have been expected. Like Rus is really good on coastal cliffs. A very nice pick thanks to the woodlines. But HRE is interesting because right now I am wondering what are the picks going to be for the 4 legs for Creator.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you now we have rules for HRE for coastal cliffs. So what do you have left for 4 legs then? I mean, maybe Tughlaq Chinese, of course, also would be an option there. And I mean, we've seen HRE being played on coastal cliffs earlier, which didn't work out in in the player's favor. But yeah, we could see some early board play from either player. That would be fun. I've seen Rus Tower Rush against Malians one time. That was pretty fun too, you know. So Rus is a lot more versatile than you may think, especially on a map like Coastal Cliffs.
You can do a lot of things with Rus, especially nowadays with the Kremlin or the Golden Gate. You can go for double TC. It's definitely playable with the Kremlin, and it's extremely hard to do any type of damage to you. Or you have a very, very nice play for the fast castle thanks to the Golden Gate. Like, it really depends on your map spawn and what you want to do against the specific civilizations. Rus being able to play multiple strategies and not being stuck with only going for fast castle or only doing this, only doing that, will mean that Myriad can definitely cook something up. On another hand, there we have a meta for Rus, and that's gonna be fast castle with the age up of the Abbey, and going to mass warrior monks plus your horse archers, and warrior monks are just going to be giving all of your horse archers such a big bonus damage that they are going to be obliterating everything. So that's a meta right now, but we will see what Myriad will choose to go for.
Yeah, and so the thing with Coastal Cliffs, depending on the spawns, you can have an insanely good high trade house, or you can have, like, depending on how the woodlines work out, you can see it and be like, okay, yeah, it's not a high trade house. I do have to go for the Abbey. So I personally prefer the high trade house, but only, like, mostly because it's like easier to play, and I'm not as good of a player as these guys are, obviously, and so I prefer the easier route, which is the high trade house, because you don't really have to do a lot, and you still get very, very much out of it. But yeah, as you mentioned, the Abbey of Trinity had some kind of comeback, you could say, maybe, because a lot of times, or for a long time, it wasn't really played as much, but yeah, definitely is a little bit more prevalent nowadays. And yeah, with that, let's hop right into that first game here. Myriad playing the Rus on the left side, opening double hunting cabin, pulling a sheep over there as is common. And Creator on the other side, opening with the barracks, Dark Age, Holy Roman Empire. Can he do something? Yeah, he can burn that one, and he can technically burn both of these not high trade house, hunting cabins. That is quite nice.
That's the reason why we are putting sheep right next to it, right? We want to have one villager right next to our hunting cabin. Not only for the idle time of the villager moving here and there, but that's not that big of a deal. In case our opponent will be playing for the Dark Age, which Creator is, we saw the barrack opener, and we can see the spearmen running across the map, we can very easily repair these hunting cabins and not let them die, then get ourselves to the feudal age, get one archer out, and push spearmen away. Fortunately, the villagers are in the range of the town center, so diving is not going to be possible with the spearmen, and Myriad is doing a great job.
Yeah. And I'm really happy that you mentioned this strategy here, because ever since I've seen it the first time, I always wondered if it's really, like, if it's doing anything for you. Because yeah, you save the idle time of not walking back right now, but at some point the sheep is gone and then you have to move back. So you have to move back either way. And I was always wondering, okay, but is there really a benefit there? Or not, but yeah, as you pointed out, like, you can repair the hunting cabin. Now you're in a prime position. I mean, we don't have the wood right now, but let's say we have the wood, you can repair it very easily, and then you move back to the sheep. So that definitely is a nice way to counter, or you just go for a Kremlin drop. That's also a way to counter the spearman, I guess.
Also possible, yeah.
That's also possible.
That will push away spearmen eventually.
Yeah.
So Kremlin is gonna be played, but this is interesting because usually we see Kremlin with double TC, or that was the norm back in the day. Kremlin, double TC, you have extremely secured base. It's very hard to raid you, and you are just going kind of free, naked, fast castle age. But right now, I don't feel like there is an option to even hope to go for double TC because of the stone being so far away and not being under the TC at all. So spearmen can definitely try to kill it. We can see the repairs on the hunting cabin coming through right now. So it's not gonna be dying. On another hand, we saw yet again the same play. 8 villagers going out on the map on the boar. And we saw this once today already against Sengoku. It did not work out as well as it is working right now, because Myriad is not deciding to punish it, or let's say differently, Myriad played for the spearman early on, so it is really hard to punish this. We can just pop down our own barracks and go for our own spears. It's just simply said not going to work. And Myriad playing nicely, going instantly into the archers, and I misspoke again, and that's Creator playing it nicely with the boar.
Yeah, but absolutely, that's the difference. The main difference here, you already have your spearmen in place, so even if Myriad would have decided to punish that with the Dark Age play, you already have your spearmen, you have your prelate, you should be fine, as long as you don't fall massively behind. The Kremlin drop here is really interesting to me, because a lot of times what you would also see on a map like this is you drop it on the boar. So for example, in this situation, you probably, here's the boar, there's a deer pack, you probably try to pull the boar a little bit closer, like to the south side here, so maybe you drop the Kremlin then over here. You have the boar, you have the deer pack, and you secure a lot of food. This way it really is, you know, quote unquote, just protecting your town center, and you're also not taking advantage as much as you can from the vision that it provides, because of the wood line here, so it kind of blocks the vision even. So very defensive Kremlin, but Myriad also is on stone already, so it definitely looks like the 2TC play here on his side.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2TC play. I thought it was not really a great play after getting the Kremlin out and the giant delays that we will have. But it's not looking that bad. Creator got himself a tower in the front. We are pushing with the archers. We are putting some pressure on our opponent, and it's not looking as dire in terms of the map control. On another hand, if Creator wants to, there is the play for the Burgrave. Like we saw it already 3 times today, and it didn't, or 2 times today, and it didn't work a single time. But if it's gonna work against something, it should work against double TC play.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a small window for it. We are missing a tower on gold, so we cannot mine gold right now, and we are gonna be forcing ourselves into the stable play. So doesn't really look like a proper Burgrave opener, but there is an option.
There definitely is, and we have a man-at-arm on the field already, so that should be able to deal with the archers quite nicely. I mean, it's a bunch of archers, so they can kite. Yeah, horsemen coming in queue now as well, so that definitely will stop the archers, even if the man-at-arms, couldn't. And meanwhile, we second TC on the deer pack here in the front. Yeah, very very nice. I mean, I like Myriad's position right now, and with Creator not being on the Aachen and Myriad being 2 TC, I know who has a stronger eco. So that definitely will help Myriad to get a lead. I'm not sure if it's enough.
Second TC also being on the deer pack in the front is lovely to see.
Yeah.
Second TC on the deer is gonna be giving you giving you a lot of time till you need to switch to farms. Also, survival techniques are being researched, the double broadex. So we are making our eco upgrades very important for us if we want to stay in the field age for longer. And the Creator is just spamming more army, so this looks like a feudal age play against a double TC play, but one side has Kremlin. So even I wouldn't be surprised if Myriad would just try to go naked fast castle and it would work. Because he would completely abandon his second TC when the Rampush would be coming in, get under the Kremlin, and Kremlin with double TC and potential militia is undiveable in the feudal age. Like, it's so hard to do. You need so much army, and by that point Myriad would be able to age up and start spamming either his own men-at-arms or horse archers. But he's opting to go for the feudal.
Yeah, for now both players are feudal. Creator even added 2 more prelates, so he really just wants to have the... I mean, now that he doesn't have the Aachen Chapel, he still wants to have that buff, so he needs to have a bunch of prelates. The boar ran out, so now he's finding the next best food source, which is the deer pack. It's been a little bit scattered now, but you can still push it in because they're all still alive and moving just fine.
We are making more and more army, which is interesting for me, because it's so hard to kill Rus when there's a Kremlin out on the field. Like, they can pull militia, already 3 tickets are in, soon to be 4 tickets. We can see Night Switch from the Myriad, but to be fair, Creator doesn't know about it yet. So he doesn't know that Knights are coming, and Knights are countering his whole composition. There aren't a lot of spears out currently, so they would be able to do amazingly. And one Knight is gonna be raiding in the back of the Creator's base, killing 1 villager, possibly killing even the second one. And Creator is recognizing that, okay, this is a Knight play, I cannot just go blindly all in men-at-arms and all in horsemen. You should be able to start adding some spearmen into the mix. But I am not that big of a fan of going for a feudal age H3 over here. You have all the map control in the world. Why not to just go fast castle, take all the relics, and play with the Regnets from there?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I mean, yeah, granted, the town center is a little bit cheaper now since this patch, but it's literally just 50 stone. It's not that big of a deal, so it's still a very heavy investment. And so 700 resources, you know, that's almost half your castle age. And if you just go for that instead, yeah, as you said, like, we have all the relics, and 5 relics with Regnets would be 10 relics. Realistically, and that is huge, so that would be really, really nice. Instead, he lost a bunch of villagers now. He's still going for rams, at least technically. I don't know.
2 of them out on the field, 1 in the queue, but not really being built.
No.
But yes, if we would be able to get 5 relics, that's effectively 20 villagers on gold worth of income till the end of the game.
Yeah.
Like that is just game deciding. It like the double TC does not matter at that point. You can just turtle up in your base, buy yourself in placements, age up with the Swabia, and there is not a lot that Rus player can do.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean also like he has 3 predators already, so he can grab 3 relics immediately once the age up comes through. Then he can also grab the 2 sacred sites on coastal cliffs. They're always here in the middle. Maybe drop a keep if he wants to, and then he secures the sacred sites as well. So overall, I think doubling down on the feudal age while your opponent is 2 TC. If you can get the TC down quickly enough, yes, sure, then I like it. But he's already way behind. Like we're talking 18 villagers right now.
Yeah, this is not looking particularly well. Remember, these horsemen have the old pikes, so they are doing more damage, and we are diving the Kremlin over here. Not something that I would love to see. Militia is being pulled. It's gonna be slowly but surely coming to the battlefield. Second TC will be dying. Wooden Fortress is dying first, and we are pulling villagers inside of the town center. Probably gonna be trying to torch down the rams, but not the best play against all of this army out on the field. Remember, this is a lot of men-at-arms, and the only thing that's out on the field that can effectively deal with the men-at-arms currently are gonna be knights. Archers are okay-ish, but they are not gonna be that good. Second TC is gonna be coming down, but look at the military numbers. They are just falling and falling and falling. Sure, we killed the second TC, but what did we achieve? There is still 20 villager lead for the Myriad, and we are running home with the tail between our legs.
Yeah, and now the 4 rams, you know, which is also, by the way, 800 resources of investment plus the technology. They don't really do a whole lot. We do have the militia now, so we might as well just be on the attack move now. And yeah, to your point, like Creator killed 1 villager, so he's still behind 20 villagers. And so even though Myriad lost the TC, it basically paid off because the deer pack is gone. You know, so all things considered, like now he doesn't need it anymore. Like, I mean, it would be nice to have it, but it's not that big of a deal to have lost it at this point. It's not guarding anything, right? It's not securing anything. He did what he wanted to do with it. He got the 20 villagers that he wanted, and now he can technically lose it if he needs to.
Exactly, like Creator played exactly into the Myriad's hand. Like there's nothing you can do against double TC Kremlin play from Rus if you try to go for the feudal age all in. He killed the second TC, but what did he achieve? He can dive the main town center because there is a Kremlin right next to it, and that would literally be so much arrow fire that alone can kill all of his army. On top of it, we can pull militia to kill all the rams if we really need to, and we have our own army investments into the knights and into the archers. Like it's from any standoff point that you are gonna look at it, look at the position that Creator got himself into and that he started playing for, it does not make a lot of sense. If this was a Golden Gate, it's completely different story.
Yeah.
If this was a Golden Gate play, I would be saying that this can be played, and we just need maybe a little bit more micro, maybe wait for a tiny bit more army, and we can have it. But this is not a Golden Gate play. This is a giant, massive defensive landmark in the middle of our base that we want to kill in the feudal age.
Yeah. Yeah, and so I mean, while this fight was going on, it was okay for Creator. He did just decrease the amount of knights here overall, but he also lost all his army again. Now his wood line is being pressured. The rams again, like they're not doing anything. That's 600 resources being completely idle right now. Production is being camped right now. Myriad in a really good position, and as I'm saying that, in the best possible position ever, and that is winning.
Myriad playing a beautiful game, and Creator does not realize that he had to go for the fast castle age against double TC. I don't think he scouted double TC in time, to be fair. I don't think he knew. Maybe he was thinking that this is a fast castle from the Myriad as well. Like, after all, he didn't see the stone, and he just saw the second town center being popped down. So maybe he just decided that it's time to go for the feudal age all-in, try to catch him off guard when he will be in the transition for his fast castle, but did not work out properly, and here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Myriad winning the first. Let me update the score, and we can check out the next one, which is gonna be West. Well, it's not Westlake. They said West US server. It's 4 Lakes, not West Lakes. They're just talking about the server, and it is Myriad playing French against Tughlaq. Okay. So 4 Lakes, French against Tughlaq. Okay, I'm gonna send you the invite, and they should be in the game fairly soon as well. All right, what do you have? What are your thoughts on French against Tughlaq on 4 Lakes? Because I know, like, I've seen that matchup on Frisian Marshes before, but 4 Lakes plays out differently, of course. So, what is your take there?
4 Lakes plays out differently, definitely. We saw Tughlaq a lot on the water maps. It is regarded as one of the best water civilizations, also very good on hybrid. So we will see what Creator can cook up with it. On the other hand, Myriad going up with the French, that's gonna allow him to play for a lot of knights and and very quickly, thanks to the massive amounts of food economy. So I think that this game is gonna be decided most likely in feudal age. If we are going to be going to the castle and maybe potentially even to the imp, French have a very, very nice play to go for a secret side victory. Only 2 secret sides over here, and Red Palace available for them, so very, very hard to kill.
Yeah, no, I would definitely be surprised if it goes to Castle Age and Imp. I don't think that that's gonna happen. I mean, we've seen it before, so it's still possible, but I would definitely expect this to be decided in feudal age. And yeah, to your point, like with the food eco, with the fishing eco, you can produce a lot of knights. With the wood eco, you can produce a lot of archers. And it is also fairly easily wallable, so raider elephants are not really as much of an issue. So yeah. Let's see. Very funny suggestion in chat that Malilibi stopping casting, instead playing best of 7 against Gento.
You know, I beat his ass yesterday 2-1 in best of 3, and from that point on, he was just asking for a few more games because, you know, like he's a little bit sensitive in this issue if he loses here and there. So it's fine, good. It's fine. Don't worry.
That is funny. Well, he wants that rematch for sure. Speaking about rematch, let's take a look at the second game of this series. Myriad playing the French, this time in yellow, not in red. On the left side of 4 Lakes, Creator on the other side playing the Tughlaq and opening with a barracks. So he doesn't want the dog to pay off at all. He wants to put pressure on the map, and also with the goal being that far out, if you have a spearman over here, good luck going into feudal age at any point. I mean, there's still gold over here, I guess.
Well, Dark Age being played yet again. Each time we saw this map today, we saw some type of the Dark Age play. I'm not sure that we saw just straight up going for the dogs from both of the players and chilling until we will get to the feudal age, but today is not going to be the day as well. First Spearman already running across the map, going straight to the Myriad's base, and probably going to be trying to pressure the dog from him and maybe even kill a villager. If we will be able to secure the gold mines that Myriad has. We maybe can try to make going up to the feudal age way more painful for him that he could have imagined.
Yeah, and I mean, like most resources, I mean, I think all of them actually are outside of the TC. Yeah, these walls, that's the only way how you can secure the gold, because otherwise the spearmen will be way too much of a hassle to deal with. Is it being blocked off though? Well, right now it's still open. The spearman is still coming in. The walls, maybe
They
that
can come through. And we are in with the first spearman.
We are in.
We walled in the spear, so we can kill it with the villagers if we decide to. It's still a spearman, he doesn't have that much HP. So villagers can pull out the shifts and kill him, and it looks like we are gonna be doing exactly that. There is nowhere to run, but this is still relatively okay-ish play, some type of idle time. I would like to have the spearman alive, so he would be able to torch down the dock, but at least we got some type of the value out of him. Not that much idle time, but at least something. On the other hand, Creator still spamming a lot more spearmen free out on the field already, and gonna be going for the second best thing after securing after Myriad secured his gold, and that's gonna be torching down the dock.
Yeah, I mean, losing the village, the spearman is kind of annoying, but at the same time, there's two relatively low health villagers. It was a bit of idle time, it was a bit of investment that Myriad had to do, and he actually had to fully actually wall and not just start the walls and then leave it, and then you can cancel it later on and get a refund. So all things considered, good start by Creator, and now he can torch down the dock. And depending on the timing, probably not gonna finish before the first archership comes out, but we'll see. We will see. But yeah, at the same time, Creator was also on water. He has a couple of fish. No, he doesn't have any couple fishing boats.
He just made the dock, so it's gonna take a while, but he's definitely good on it. Like the dog will be going down. We are not gonna be in time to torch it down. Also, Myriad, we are not gonna be down in time to make archers. We will be able to torch it down. Also, we are going for a wheelbarrow in the Dark Age. Not something that I would expect when we are already playing for water and already got spearmen rushed and are under so much pressure. I personally would love to see a little bit faster of a feudal, but this is also very standard play. For the trench, getting the wheelbarrow early, it's way cheaper, it is just a no-brainer. Right now it may have been a little bit questionable because of the amount of pressure that we are under. Maybe timings could have been better, but still, we are relatively good on it. On the other hand, Creator is going to be getting his value out of the dock, and Myriad will still need to pop down the archer range, make few archers, remake the dock. So these spearmen, I think they definitely paid for themselves.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely valuable for him, just putting that pressure onto French. And I mean, one thing that I really noticed in the last couple team games especially, is that French early on feels extremely vulnerable, because they hate playing the Dark Age barracks. They're super allergic against that. They need the gold more than almost any civ, and especially if you want to go for the wheelbarrow. Yeah, it is cheaper for French, but it's still 94 gold or something. So it's still like almost 100 gold that you would have to extra mine early on, and so yeah, just a little bit of a delay there. And so if you can pressure French early on before they get their Night Mass out, they're surprisingly weak. At least that's how they feel to me, compared to other civs.
Tower of Victory being popped down per Creator, 20% attack speed bonus for our Elephantos that will be out on the field is very beautiful. Still, this is French feudal, so even though Myriad is not on the water yet, or is just building building his second dock on the second pond and need to rebuild his first dock because it was torched down. He lost a little bit of the income, but this is still French, and these are still gonna be knights running around the map and dictating dictating how much map control are we gonna give a creator. We saw that the little small raid trying to go with the knight on the gold mine, and Royal Knight got impaled by the spearmen, so it wasn't able to do much. Spearmen are getting upgraded to the feudal spears for the creator, and he's just spamming more and more fishing ships. Already 6 fishing ships out on the field, soon to be 8. In the meantime, Myriad is still on 3 fishing ships and needed to rebuild his docks, so it's gonna take a minute for him to get his Furico up and rolling, like it would be if he wouldn't get the Dark Age rushed.
Yeah, so definitely some good early pressure and damage by creator. And yeah, I don't know. Like, I like pressuring French early on because they feel very vulnerable early on. And yeah, Tughlaq has 2 pawns under his control at the moment. We don't see how many fishing boats they are here in the top UI, but we're still at 10 now, 11, like 1 more in queue. And yeah, again, easily wallable map overall, so you just build a couple of walls and then you're fine. And the cool thing is also Tughlaq, because it's a Delhi variant, or the Delhi variant, you can build the walls with your spearmen. You don't even need to pull villagers, you don't have any idle time on that. So that's also really cool and really nice.
1 Raider Elephant already in the queue. We saw a few archers entering the field for the Myriad, so Raider Elephants can do a quick work with them. Knights are gonna be able to deal with them, but still they are way more tankier than a normal horseman, so they will take out a lot of archers with them, if that's gonna be the fight that we will be taking. 10 spears already out on the field and investing into the more. In the meantime, Myriad going to the classic French composition and Knight Archer. I don't have really too much to say, because this is just a normal feudal age play from both of the players. Maybe just the creator having a front wood line or being on the front wood line can get pressured a lot if we position our archers well. And not having that many Raider Elephants is gonna mean that we can't yet kill all the archers, and we can't yet take an engagement, but 1 or 2 minutes forward and we are gonna have 5, maybe even 6 Raider Elephants, and at that point we can just start taking every single engagement that we will see, and there's not gonna be a much that Myriad will be able to do.
Yeah. And I mean, Raider Elephants are surprisingly good against Knights. I mean, of course they don't counter anything here or something, but they do, I mean, outside of the archers of course, I mean, but like, they don't counter the Knights, but they can go toe to toe with the Knights if needed. And so, especially with the Spearmen, you have the typical situation that you have to do a lot of microing as French here, and that can be quite difficult. Raider Elephant's a little bit out of position here. They should be a little bit more to the front, but it's a good first engagement here for Myriad. But now the wall is open. What do we see next?
We are going to be taking the engagement right now, it looks like it, and the Knights are going to be putting their charges in. A few archers are going to be dying. Spearman number is going down and down and down. Raider Elephants got in the middle of all of the archer mass and are doing a great job. Knights are still in the high numbers, not a single one of them died, but that's not the main point. We need to kill all the spears, then Knights can engage. 2 more spears remaining, or 3 more spears remaining in the front. Knights can start to fight, but Raider Elephants are not doing that bad against the Knights. First Knight is going to be going down, the other 2 are on 1 HP, and it looks like that another is going to be falling to the ground. Yet another Knight is going to be dying, and this is not looking well for the Myriad currently. Like, these Elephantos are doing amazing job in killing both Knights and archers. They are not countering the Knights, as Manes said, but they can deal with them relatively occasionally, and that's everything that creator needs.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, as creator, you can almost You can almost ignore the Spearman for now. You just go full Raider Elephants, and then you just A-move into your opponent, and that actually works kind of okay. And again, Myriad has to do a lot of kiting, microing, going back and forth to be able to wiggle down the Spearman numbers, and you don't have that issue that much as the mini comp here. So we'll see. We'll see how this potential raid here comes out. We have a lot of production here already for Myriad, so that is nice to see.
Creator is currently on the 2 docks, same as a Myriad. Actually, Myriad on the 3 docks. He added the 3rd one on his first pond that he went on. And we are just spamming more and more fishing ships. 22 against 16 are the numbers. And the economy is gonna be scaling a tiny bit better for the Tughlaq. Remember, they have the bonus resources drop off on all of the worker elephants. At the same time, we have such a good wood economy and so many fishing ships. French is gonna be able to eventually pull ahead in the villager count, but it's gonna take a while for that to properly show. But currently we are gonna be taking the engagement. There is a lot of knights over here, and I don't know if this is a that good of a fight for a creator. Sure, we have a lot of raider elephants, but few of them are very low HP, and spearman number is dropping to the ground very quickly. And if we just pull back the low HP knights, we should be able to pick off the low HP elephants. But still, this is elephant raiders. They are doing relatively good. They are killing a lot of the army. Eventually they are pulling back. Some knights died, some raider elephants died. We have a lot of low HP knights that need to come back, and finally chivalry is gonna be in the queue, and the healing needs to come as quickly as it is possible for the Myriad, so he's gonna be ready for the next engagement with the knights.
Yeah, and the thing is, with the Tower of Victory, we do not have, or without the Dome of Faith rather, we don't have the healer elephants, and so healing for Creator will only be possible starting with the Castle Age. And so yeah, you have a lot of low health units, you have to deal with that, that's just how it is. And the last fight especially was really, really good for Myriad. He has a solid production. His eco is booming ahead. He is definitely in a good position right now. And if you can do 1 or 2 more of those fights, it should be.
Night numbers are growing, especially like night numbers are growing, and they are not really dying that much. Even though technically on the paper, raider elephants can deal occasionally with them, there is just not enough of them out on the field, and this should be a wipeout. This should be all of the army from the creator dying. We still have 7 nearly full HP or half HP knights in the front that can deal with the raider elephants, and spearman numbers are just not there. Like we did, those spearmen are not doing that much. We need way more raider elephants in order to kill knights. Because what Myriad will just do is just kite, pick off all of the spearmen one by one. Remember, raider elephants are a little bit slower than a normal light cavalry, so they are not that good at catching up. Kiting is a tiny bit better for the archers. All of the spearmen are gonna eventually die if we migrate properly, and by that point knights can just engage. We are gonna be taking yet another fight, and maybe Myriad is a little bit out of the position. He is behind of the walls of the creator, but the numbers are just there. Sure, some knights are super low HP, but it's not that big of a deal. Only 2 fully HP raider elephants remaining. One is gonna be dying right now. Another one as well. For last 2 raider elephants, and look at the knight numbers. It is just growing and growing. It's 13 knights currently. They are not really dying that much, and behind all of this, Myriad is going for his castle age.
Yeah, Guildhall is coming up. Myriad was able to save it up enough for going up to Castle Age, which is not a bad move at all. If you have these kind of numbers, getting upgrades definitely will solidify your position. And yeah, Creator, the issue that he has is, I mean, they're called raider elephants for a reason, right? I mean, they're raiders, they're not technically so good in the front line. They can fight against the knights if they need to, but it's just not that good. By the way, I mean, just look at how casually Myriad is strolling beneath the town center of Tughlaq. He's just like, oh yeah, just checking, just checking. I just want to see what's going on here. Yeah, I mean, bears are running out here in the back. Then we still have the food eco on the water for Tughlaq, and we might see a fort drop at some point here, but we don't have the stone at the moment. So
food eco is there. It is still a lot of fishing ships, and we still have some, at least a little bit of food in our base, or not that much actually. Only one berry bush remaining. We need to move out to another berry patch, and we still can try to gather the deer camp, but that's gonna be about it. All the knights are upgraded to the Castle Age knights, and we actually don't even need to wait for the Castle Age archers if we really don't want to. There is a lot of spears out on the field, so we still need to kite this one out and thin out the numbers. But soon enough we can engage with the knights, and that's exactly what we are going to be doing. The spearman numbers are just dropping and dropping and dropping, and right now there is really nothing that can effectively deal with all of the knights on the field. Creator is not looking well. We doubled down in the feudal age. We didn't even try to go for the castle. We didn't went on the gold, but everything is dying. Yeah. All the knights are gonna be staying alive. Castle age for the Myriad is gonna be sealing the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, Myriad is gonna be taking the first win of the series.
Yeah, very, very nice play here by Myriad, and again, I was not expecting the Castle Age, but at the same time, if you're at that stage, sure, yeah, why not go Castle Age? There's no reason to risk staying in feudal age, and then maybe your opponent is able to pump out enough raider elephants to maybe overpower you, because they only need food and wood, and so it is relatively easy to mass them up if needed. But yeah, this is actually the second game of the series, so Myriad winning it 2-0 against Creator, first with Rus on Coastal Cliffs, and now with French